The opinions and ideas displayed and discussed here are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the ideas, policies, or opinions of any company or government entity. Everyone, I'm Dante. This is Dante Dakara, and I'm not cooking. I'm washing dishes. I'll probably make myself dinner while I'm talking to you as well. But I just wanted to chop it up with you. No pun intended. So, I know today was a day for the ages for being a dad. I'm not always going to be talking about fatherhood, but bear with me for those of you who don't have kids. Today was the first time ever I've done from sunrise to sunset. With both of my girls. My wife is under the weather. She's I quarantined her for the day so that she could just rest and not do anything. And because of that, that means that it wasn't coming upon me to do everything today. And anyone who has asked me about, father life and all that, I've told them that, I feel like I was made for this. I
love the game. I love the hustle, man.
That didn't change today, but sometimes you got to put your money where your mouth is. And today was one of those days where you okay, you like fatherhood? Okay, let's see how you like it. So my daughter, Taya, she gets up every morning at 5:30. Because she's used to my 5:30 wake ups when I used to go into work at school. And this morning when she woke up, I saw all the text messages from the night with my wife, and I know she wasn't feeling well. She might have a fever. So it's cool. Hey, don't even worry about it. I got it. Ty, she's really, she's in her feelings right now. She's getting to be that age where she has big feelings and little vocabulary. So the only thing she can do is kind of scream at the top of her lungs. But she knows what she wants. She just doesn't know how to communicate it. So that's its own obstacle. And he was only 2 months. She was 2 months last week. And so that girl only feels 3 things: hunger, the need to use the bathroom, and sleepiness, with a side of absolute rage. She loves to scream as well. So I kind of game planned in my head, how am I going to keep both of these girls quiet and happy all day? And the first thing I did was accepted the fact that it ain't going to happen. The 2 little girls under 2 are not going to be quiet. It's just not going to happen. And I can tell them to be quiet, but for one, they don't understand the words "be quiet." But for 2, I'm only doing it for me, so I don't break down and cry that they're killing me with the noise. So before I even got out of bed, I kind of made that promise to myself that I'm just going to survive. I'm going to do my best to keep an even keel, teach the lessons that I want to continue teaching, which we'll talk about the lessons that I was teaching Taichan today. And just all in all, just try to have a productive day. My wife, she did an online consult to get some medications. So I got the girls ready, fed Taichan breakfast, fed Hyuchan breakfast, and then I got the strollers ready, took them out. You can see a picture of kind of the stroller situation here. After that, I had to go to the pharmacy. So, while I was going to the pharmacy, I was kind of observing my surroundings. I really enjoyed the fact that we moved to Shibuya, and we live in Yoyogi, and it's really combination of busy city life, trendy little coffee shops, and suburbia. And I hate the suburbs, but it's about as suburb as it's gonna get from me. It's about as suburb as they can get for Tokyo, really. Said the guy, Adachi. Okay, so I lied. It's not as suburbs as it can get. Anyway, little observations, enjoying that little thing. Tai-chan, she absolutely enjoys being out. We have groomed her to expect to leave during the day. And if we do not, if things are taking too long for us to leave, she gets really upset. Like, she can see them preparing the stroller because she understands patterns. After about 8, 9 months old, kids start to figure out patterns and oh, we put my socks on, which means we're going to put my shoes on, which means we're going to go outside. But I put her socks on a little bit too early, so she threw a freaking fit before we left. Anyway, get to the pharmacy, fill out the information, get my wife's meds. Meds are $580 yen. It's $2. I don't know, which I'll never stop being surprised at how cheap the healthcare system is here. Sorry, every time I think I'm done washing dishes, I find something else I have to wash, so forgive that. But yeah, it's so cheap. So I bring the medication back home, do one more spot check to make sure that there's nothing else that I might have forgotten, and got the milk that I needed for Hiyuchan. And I packed Tai-chan's lunch so I could beat her while I was out, because I had plans with my friend Chris, who you can see here. I think we recorded once before, but I never ended up posting that video. Great guy, awesome guy, also a dad. So it was a good chance to kind of catch up and spit dad facts and dad knowledge and get some advice from him, which I'm not somebody who enjoys advice at all. As a matter of fact, I'm not really much of a fan of asking for advice, because I just believe in experiential learning. But with parenthood, I've humbled myself into thinking that I don't know everything, and the more experiences I can get from other people, the better, especially because parenting is a kaleidoscope of things, and a kaleidoscope of ideas, and not one idea is the best idea. There's some opinions about ideas. Anyway, so we enjoy lunch at Racine's, at one of my favorite places. Check it out. I prefer the Aoyama location. It's more chill, a little bit nature. I don't know, donut shop right beside it. Check that out. Sorry, checking out my notifications to see if Hugh-chan's waking up. All right. Anyway, so had lunch. Little Valley Hills is great because it has this parent room where you can take your kids, change their diapers, let them play for a little bit. Has hot water. I don't know, has even a place where you can actually feed them, both women breastfeeding them, and then actually tables with high chairs where you can literally feed your child food if you don't want to do it in a restaurant. So that's pretty cool. So after that, really, that was most of the day so far. I mean, the lunch was at 12, and I think the hardest part of the lunch was navigating a train with a double stroller with 2 girls under 2, keeping them entertained while also figuring out where you're going, the easiest way to get there with the wheelchair accessibility, because stroller wheelchair accessibility. And the route that I took was kind of contrived when I look back on it, but it was fine. It gave me a nice little workout. After lunch, I headed back home. My wife was feeling a little bit better. The medication has definitely helped. But I know Tai-chan was just not feeling it. So I don't know, it was her nap time. She sleeps really well. I've been putting her to sleep. I mean, I'm the one who puts her to sleep at night usually, and so I have kind of a routine. And she knows the deal. She grabs her pacifier. I grab a stuffed animal, which these days she's a fan of Umbreon. And if you know me, you know I love Umbreon. For those of you in Japan, that's Blackie. save the racist jokes. But she grabs her stuffed animal, cried a little bit, maybe for like 30 seconds. Then she was like, oh yeah, thanks, I'm tired. He goes right to sleep. I don't know, which is great. Huge on the other hand, that girl, she's a handful. And I'm interested in seeing what kind of her personality that's going to produce. I have my fears that she's going to be a needy girl, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise. You want to feel the gratification of being a parent and a child that wants to be in your arms. Anywai, Tai-chan wakes up. She's pissed. These days, Tai-chan wakes up angry. And it's probably because she's still tired. Maybe she didn't want to wake up yet. And I don't have the patience to put her back to sleep, because it means I have to lay there, which means I can't do other stuff I need to do, such as, but not limited to, laundry, preparing the bath, cleaning the house, doing the dishes, which I'm doing now that they're asleep. So she's pissed. Absolutely rip-growing mad. It's pretty good. I have started noticing that she has a temper, as most 1.5-year-olds do. But I want to prepare her for dealing with those big feelings, which I hate parent talk, big feelings. And dealing with her feelings, of anger and misunderstandings and just confusion. And so to do that, I want to teach her to meditate. I want to teach her to sit with her feelings and kind of calm down. She's 1.5, by the way. That's not working very well. She screamed and screamed and screamed, and I count down from 20, and she screamed and screamed and screamed, and then I count down from 10, and then I count down from 5, and then finally I let her jump into my arms. Now, the carrot is being in my arms. The stick is sitting on the bed and waiting. And like that patience, teaching her the patience to wait for her feelings to die down, isn't going to come easy. But it's one of the things I want to teach her, because one of the problems I had when I was a little kid, anger problems. But I wasn't explosive. I was implosive, and it was self-destructive. So I want to teach her about that before she gets into school. And she has other variables dealing with her feelings and emotions. I'm sorry to eat on camera, especially considering the mic is right here. You can probably hear me. It's disgusting. Anyway, big feelings. Hachan's feeling a little bit better. So I'm like, well, maybe I can let her around her a little bit. But even then, like, I need to get going with the night routine. It's only 4 o'clock, but I feel like they're really tired. We were out all day. It's a really tough day emotionally for them not being with their mother at all. So, bath time. Now, bath time is usually enjoyable. So it's like, oh, me, daddy, shower, into the bath water, then out, really enjoying the water and playtime. Not today. Today is get in, wash it, get out now. Hold on, I think he was waking up. We're good for a little bit, but I need to wrap this up. So, utilitarian-wise, we're just getting there, washing it up, getting out. Girls hate it. Tai-chan's so angry from the nap thing. So she's already like, I'm not having any of this. Hyo-chan was asleep most of it, and then she woke up right when I was watching Taya, which means she had to sit there and cry, and I hate to do that to her, but at the same time, you're not gonna die. You're just gonna cry. So you're gonna have to sit in there with your tears and let me deal with this, and then I'm gonna switch over to you in a second. So I have a really hard time letting them cry. The noise, it itches my brain. And because of that, like, I get really frazzled and stressed by the noise and by the crying. And now, some, like Hachan says, like, oh, moms don't feel that way. And If you're a mom, please let me know below if that's true, because Hachan doesn't feel anything about it, and I think that's amazing. I, however, feel it, and it feels terrible. So, as you can imagine, I'm at my wit's end because they've been screaming all day. One way or another, screaming all day. And now, finally, as we're getting towards the end, like it's like the climax of everyone screaming and crying at the same time. And I'm just trying to survive getting them moisturized and into their sleep clothes. So I do it. I get them into it. I'm exhausted, by the way. And Taya-chan, it's about the time that she should eat. And my wife makes, food, for Taya. Like, we have, like, ready-made food, but she also cooks food for Taya sometimes. So, she made a risotto. Taya-chan loves tomato, like, any kind of risotto, really, but, like, the tomato risotto she loves. So, she had that. And I fed her in my arms, which I don't usually do. It's really spoiling her. But at the same time, it feels so good to like have your daughter in your arms and like just feeding her. It's one of those intrinsic pleasures that you don't know that you have until you do it, and you're like, oh man, I'm a dad. So I feed her in my arms, and she's getting the attention that she desires. And then as for Hiyuchan, she got put to bed like right after that because my wife breastfed, or rather pumped, and then we fed her the breast milk. And then I'm not as good at putting Hiyu to sleep, but I've kind of figured like that if I can get her on her side and get her to keep her pacifier in her mouth for a little bit, she'll go to sleep. Now, if she'll stay asleep, that's the question. Right now, we're on borrowed time. She should be waking up any moment now, which is why I keep looking at the notifications on my phone, thinking that it's the moment she's finally going to get up. Anyway, after I got them to bed, so I had to talk to you fine people. And as for what I'm making a peanut butter and apple sandwich, because I'm not going to eat a real dinner tonight because I'm not really feeling like eating tonight. But I need to have protein and fats and fruit and happiness, and peanut butter is indubitably happiness. And I just love a good apple. So sorry to drone on and on. I know my life is like really busy, and I don't get to sit in front of a camera and talk as much as I like to. And I don't like to ask for breaks. It's kind of a problem with me, and problem like that kind of causes Hachan problems. I don't ask for breaks, and I don't ask for help, which means I'm asking for a breakdown. But we'll talk about that later. Hiyuchan's waking up, so I gotta go. This is Dante. I'm Dante. This is Dante Dakara. Till next time. Later. I missed.